Hello, network engineers. Welcome to my channel. So this is day 2 of Cisco SDWAN, the Cisco Catalyst SDWAN full course, right? So today we are going to discuss what is SDN, right? What is SD-WAN? So let's move to this board. So here now we are going to talk what is SD-WAN. So before talking SD-WAN, we have to understand the SDN. What is SDN or software defined networking, right? So software defined networking, if we are discuss about software defined networking, it's a way to do a task without manual intervention, right? What do I mean? So let's discuss. So let's take a example of home automation system, right? So we are just going to take a example home automation. Home automation system means home automation. Home automation, we can take example of Alexa, right? So what we are doing with Alexa, right? So we are just instructing Alexa to do to turn off, turn on the switch of fan or lights, right? Or home automation or AC, right? Or whatever the electrical appliance, right? Home appliance, we just turn on, turn off, right? By this home automation system, Alexa, right? So we are not doing manually, right? So instead of doing manually, we are instructing Alexa. And what is Alexa? Alexa is nothing but a software, right? It's a software and it's doing our job, day-to-day job with just following our instruction. So likewise, SDN networking. SDN networking is a software defined networking. So software defined networking, what it will do, it will do your job, day-to-day job, right? Instead of manual doing. So what do I mean? So suppose you have 100 routers, right? You have 100 WAN routers, and if you want to configure a ACL on those routers, right? So what you have to do, you have to log in, right? You have to SSH or Telnet or HTTPS, or you can connect the router with a console cable, right? And you will start doing configuration. So if you have 100 routers, you have to log into 100 routers and you have to configure yourself, right? So instead doing manual task, SDN, what it can do, it can configure all those routers, right, with a single template, right? So you don't need to log in all routers. SDN controller or SDN software defined networking controllers will do instead of you, right? So it will you have to just log into SDN controller and you have to instruct these SDN controllers what you are uh, intend to do, and this SDN controller will do on behalf of you, right? So this is the software defined networking, right? So now we just come to know what is software defined networking. So let's see the controllers of SDN, or what it means in the terms of Cisco, right? So Cisco SDN controller, those all are a software-based, centralized software-based controller, right? And in SDWAN, in SDN of Cisco, you will get three controllers. So this is the epic controllers, right? Epic controllers, this controller we use in ACI environment. So if you want to automate your data center, you will use ACI, application centric infrastructure, and in ACI, the heart of ACI is epic controller. So this epic controller will do all types of configuration, right? So you don't have to configure your Nexus in data center with manual intervention, right? So you just come to this AP controller, right? And you just configure your policies, your tenant, your bridge domain, or whatever it is, endpoint group, EPGs, right? Your policies, your contract, whatever you want to configure this Nexus switches, you just come to this AP controller and configure this AP controller, and this AP controller will configure all the Nexus switches, all the leaf and spines on behalf of you, right? So whatever it is, one and switches or 100 switches, it can go with a single template and it can configure all of this, right? So now come to this another controller. What is DNAC? So DNAC is uh, the automation, enterprise automation controller or technology, right? So this DNA center is rebrand now. Now this is a catalyst center, right? Cisco has rebrand this as a catalyst center. So where you can configure or catalyst router switches, right? And firewalls. So instead of doing manual configuration, you can just log into this DNAC or catalyst center, and you can configure whatever it is. It's a uh, routing configuration, or your VLAN configuration, or you are going to upgrade your iOS, right? So you can do all types of configurations, all types of upgradation towards with this DNS center, right? So you don't have to configure one by one the login one by one, and you have to configure all these routers and switches manually, right? So now come to this our topic, today's topic. What is SD-WAN? And in SD-WAN, what is SD-WAN? SD-WAN is a software defined wide area network, right? So we can automate WAN routers with this SD-WAN technology. So this is the trending technology now, right? The SD-WAN, and Cisco has acquired this SD-WAN, what I told you earlier. So it's acquired by Viptela system in 2017, right? And now Cisco rebrand SD-WAN as Catalyst Center, Catalyst SD-WAN. So SD-WAN wide area network In Catalyst SD-WAN, we have controllers. So it's three controllers, and in three controllers, the main controllers where you will get GUIs or user interface, from where you can configure all of configurations. You can configure all the routers with a single template, right? You don't have to configure manual configurations. You don't have to log into your routers. You just come to this SD-WAN V managers, the controllers, where you will get GUI. His name is manager. Earlier, its name was V manage. Now Cisco has rebranded a manager, and you will get graphical user interface. You have to just log into this graphical user interface, and you have to uh, create template. I will discuss all of this in upcoming videos. Don't worry, right? I will just cover uh, all this stuff in from scratch to advanced level, and I will just go with lab as well, right? So you will get you just come to this GUI and you just create a template and attach this template to the routers. And what these controllers will do, this controller will log into that routers and configure all stuffs, right? So from here you can also upgrade your software iOS images, right? In single goal, whatever the numbers is, one routers or 100 routers or 1,000 routers, you just upload operating systems iOS in this manager, and you can schedule also. You can schedule your iOS upgradation by this controller, right? So this is the Cisco SD-WAN controllers, right? And now the SD-WAN controllers. What's the SD-WAN controllers here? So this is the controllers, right? And the controllers now routers has changed, right? So today's router, so the traditional routers, if we consider the traditional routers, this is the traditional routers, right? So here we can see the control plane, switch fabric, and data plane and ASICs. So today's routers, we will get all of this in a single box, right? So you have a control plane, you have a data plane, and the control plane and data planes are connected with a fabric called switch fabric, right? And the all interfaces of these routers, which are connected in data plane, right? And which are handled by ASICs, the application specific integrated circuit, right? So, but in SD-WAN, what you will get in SD-WAN, the all control planes are centralized, right? So this the router, okay? So all of these routers, this is the only data plane, right? This is only data plane. There you will not get a control plane. So all of the decisions, so what traffic will go which path, all decisions will taken by this controller, right? So this the controllers are software based controller, right? This is not hardware based, and the all controllers will not the physical box, right? You will this is not the physical appliance. This all are a software based, and whatever you will just create this VM on your VMware server, and you install this software on this VM, or you can install this controllers in public cloud, AWS, Azure, or GCP, or you can host it this controllers in a Cisco cloud, right? So you just install these controllers uh, in VM, right? So in VM, when you install these controllers, so the controllers will handle all the routers, which is data plane, right? So the all decisions, suppose you have a network here, the, the all users want to communicate these routers. So what will happen? Your traffic will come this router, and this router will check its routing table and will get the best path. If you have multiple paths, and then it will choose best path. Again, this traffic will forward through this interface, and this router will come to this router's data plane, and this data plane will decide which path is best, right? And this will forward it to this router, and again these routers will check his routing table and decide which interface, which path is best. Then it forward to this interface, and from this interface this user will get the traffic. So what we can see the box to box routing calculation, right? But in SDWAN, you will get centralized control plane. So you don't have to uh, calculate the routing path on each box. So all the control plane decisions will taken care by this controller. Again, the management plane, right? So if you want to configure a router, so if you have 10 routers or 100 routers, what you have to do? You have to log in manually by all routers, right? And you will configure all sorts of configurations. But in SD-WAN, you don't have to log in each routers. These controllers, this controller will do on behalf of you. This controller will log into this router, and it will configure whatever you want, right? So this is the SD-WAN uh, controllers, or this is the SD-WAN technology, right? So you will get bunch of benefits what I have discussed on the day one videos. So if you want to uh, watch this video, I will drop the link in the description of this video. You will get, and you will watch from there, right? So this is the uh, SDN overview, right? So thank you for watching this video, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you liking this series, and please comments on below how can I improve my content and what content you are going to watch on this channel. So thank you, thanks a lot for watching these videos. So we will just